New tonight, we are hearing from Kyron Horman's mom, Desiree Young, just hours after the missing boy's stepmom went on national TV to defend herself in an extended two-part interview. It comes as investigators confirm a search for evidence along Highway 30 last weekend near St. Helens was in fact related to Kyron's case. Authorities have not said any more about the search, but told us today the investigation into Kyron's disappearance is active and ongoing. KGW's Catherine Cook joins us now with more on what Desiree had to say tonight. Catherine?
Joe, she said Terri Horman on national TV doesn't bring Kyron any closer to being found. However, to the trained eye and ear, one expert said it did make for an interesting case study in truth and lies.
Relied on one person that day to take care of him, to keep him safe. One person. And that one person failed.
Desiree Young has grieved the loss of her son Kyron for 6 years. She said she believes Terri Horman, Kyron's stepmom, is responsible for his disappearance. Horman has never been named a suspect.
Glad you're here.
Today, she went on the Dr. Phil show to claim her innocence.
I want her to be forthcoming with law enforcement. I don't want her to go out on the media and grant an interview and talk about a bunch of lies. She needs to be held accountable to those lies.
During the interview, Horman suggested Portland area police were the reason Kyron's case remains unsolved.
There's a lot of political corruption going on in Portland with the law enforcement.
Retired FBI agent George Houston watched the interview with KGW, analyzing Horman's words and body language. He said she didn't show the kind of emotions he'd expect from a mom who'd lost a child she loved.
At some point in going down that mental checklist on someone that you've lost and you love, there is going to be an emotional impact somewhere in that list that's going to break you down. This did not happen with her.
Houston also noticed Horman looking to the ceiling before answering questions.
I just thought maybe he was playing a game or hiding or...
Houston says truth or lies, he's glad to see Horman talking. He says if someone isn't being truthful, the more they talk, the harder it gets to keep their story straight.
And the more likely it is that she's going to make a big mistake.
As for Young, she'd be fine if Horman never opened her mouth on a talk show again.
It doesn't help Kyron. It's all about Terri, and as it always has been, you know, since the beginning.
Houston says people tend to look up when trying to keep their story straight. He says people who are recalling something that actually happened rarely do that. Joe.
Catherine, thank you. KGW's been following the Kyron Horman investigation since the day he disappeared, and we will continue to stay on this story across all our platforms, on air, online, and on social media as the story continues to develop.